I think our second and third generation students take for granted the fact that their parents have went through this process and know the pathway that they needed to go. In my case, it was like, why did I go to college? It was because my friends were, I had good counselors at my high school, and I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to come to college. And it was just like a pathway that you went into. But I think with even my own children, that was something that we drove into them. It's like college is part of your life. That is your next step that you must go into. And I did not have that support. Some get to go to college, the rest of you go to work, and then some go into the military. College was hardly ever mentioned in my household growing up. I'm from the generation that we had to use the card catalog and the encyclopedias, but today so much is out there on the web that you can find. But just start looking and finding those resources and use everybody that you can. And don't be shy. As an 18-year-old, I was a little bit shy, about don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or do anything, but just get out there and ask questions. People are there to help, and use your resources that are available to us. And I know from working at the college, we have great resources. You just got to tap into them. I was fortunate enough to receive scholarships to be able to pay for my tuition. My parents helped some with book cost, especially when I went to Mac. I'm a Mac grad, so they helped me with that. But the biggest support that my first 2 years of college, I was able to live at home and be able to commute to campus and to take classes. So I had that support. I didn't have to worry about your basic needs of food and shelter and those things. So I was able to work part-time and make everything work. But after I transferred on to the university, that changed, and I was really in a completely different world. And walking into the university where you're just one of many, and you didn't have that one-on-one relationship with your instructors because you were in big lecture halls and things of that. So it was a completely different, eye-opening experience. In that first semester, I kind of struggled. You go semester by semester, step by step, until you reach that, until you got that day that I am a graduate. And something to be proud of. I had an advisor at the university that says, you really want to be a teacher. So I changed routes and just about have an accounting degree, but I went and finished so I could be a teacher as well, because that's what I really wanted to do in my heart of hearts on there. But I knew that either one of those routes, looking back, needed that education and that degree accomplishment. I needed it for the positions I wanted to be in, but I also wanted it for myself. And I think that is what really burns to make you drive to do it, is to have that I'm reaching that level, that I'm becoming that professional that I want to be, and to be able to help others. In my experience, I did take a little time out between my bachelor's degree and my first master's degree. In that time, I'm dating myself, but the internet was invented. And so we went from a different process of how education was done and research and things of that. I would not encourage anybody to wait. Keep on going while we're in that. And never think about something that you may have done in your past or a different career field that you had, that cannot help you in your future. That can only enhance what you're able to do. Never close your door to what you think may be impossible, because it's not, if that's where you want to be. Sometimes it's okay not to get an A in every class. Some of us have different gifts, and it may not be math, it may not be writing, it may not be something else. But if I've done the best I can and I got a C in that class, I've accomplished something. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the time period, I have gathered information and learned things, and I've got my degree. The school I went to transfer onto was not where I wanted to go. Not what I had in my pathway, but that's where the scholarship came, and I went, and I don't regret it for a minute, because it's there that I have met some of the best friends that are still friends 30 some odd years down. That's where I met my spouse, and those things are priceless to me. So, but it's part of getting involved and engaging in your activities and seeing things on campus.